Guys, this is the chapter 2 for the estimation of plumbing job in a program called FastPipe. And today we're going to learn on the second process, which is called scaling of the drawing. In the first one, we discussed how to import the drawings into this, the important pages, not everything. We don't need it. Anything that's plumbing. In this one, we're going to talk about how to scale. So there's two ways to scale. You can scale it from here, from the plans, or you can do it from the takeoff. Now we have only discussed this right now, so we haven't done any takeoff yet. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna show you how to do it from here now. So when I click on scale, when I click on the drawing, see if I click here, I can scale. But when I click on the drawing, I can press this, it will open up this window. Now you have Imperial, you have Civil, and you have Metric, and you have Custom. There's four items. Usually use Imperial and Metric for the projects that we do as of now. So what we have to do is identify what scale this is right now. So actually I'm going to click on this drawing, and there are many ways the information is shown. The information is either shown here. I'll show you an example of that. Sometimes the information is shown over here, which is the most normal way of showing the information. It's going to be in this section here. So always underneath the drawing in this, it says scale 1 to 50. Here it doesn't say scale what, but you have to assume this is what it is. And if I look over here, I have two areas, but this is civil, so this is metric, and that's what it makes more sense. I'm going to click that one, and I'm going to press OK. And this is how I've scaled it. But you know what? How do you know that you have scaled it and this is accurate? Well, again, there are many ways to identify that as well. So, for example, we have this is a plumbing drawing, but you also have something called an architectural drawing, and they will give you a measurement. Let's say this is 5 feet. Okay, they'll give you a measurement for it. Let's say it's 5 feet. So, for example, I can go here, click on this, and I can say custom, and then I can go here and here, and it will say 90 and 60. I'll say 5 feet, and what it does is now this becomes your scale, and now everything is according to scale. That's one way of doing it, confirming it. But let's say if you have the mechanical only and you don't want to go and upload the architecture in there, what you can do is you can also scale from here. So you do this way, and then this is one of the measuring tools that they have. So for example, if I click on this right here, and if I say, so this is a ruler, it's like I can do a measurement. Now a standard toilet will never be far away. It will always be between um, 18 inches. So for right now, you can see it's 2 feet 6 inches. We use it as an example. That's why the scaling was wrong. But the toilet is always between 16 inches to 20 inches. So if that's the case, you are good. If you see it's 2 feet 6 inches, which means that it's 30 inches away from here. That's impossible. This is something a plumber knows, but like I said, you can do it that way. But if I do the proper scale here, and if I click on 1 is to 50, I'm sure, and if I then do my measurement, I am pretty sure, actually, you know what? Hold on. Here. If I do my measurement, I'm pretty sure it's going to show me between 16 to 18 inches. So, for example, this is 2 feet. So, 2 feet is 24 inches. You know what? Why is that wrong? Hold on. Let me see. Let me see. Did something else up here? Let me check this one. 16 to 20 inches, right? So, I click on here. It's 18 inches. So, that's perfect. Now I think they left it a little bit bigger. Let me see if this is, I think they made it symmetrical. So this is 3 feet 8 inches, and half of 3 feet 8 inches would be 36 plus 8 is 44, 22, right? So basically I'm happy with this scale. See that? See this is not bad now, right? So this is your wall. So 8 feet of 10 inches, 22, which is fine. You can from 16 to 22 you can go. But if it's not like 4 feet or something, so I'm happy with this. This is the right scale. The other way to scale is I showed you how to do a custom scale where if you have your architectural drawings and you can see it. The other is metric, other is imperial. Now there are some drawings which I'm going to show you right now. Um, these are some of our drawings, so that's why click on it. And for example, if I show you this one, you can see that it doesn't have a scale over here. It will say scale as indicated. which means that they have two sets of drawings. For example, here is a drawing of a bigger, like it's showing you everything big from hallways and stuff, and this is a toilet, six toilets, and you can see that they have given us numbers, reference numbers, where I can see. So it means that they have zoomed in this and they have showed it more clearly, because if they show you from the far, you can't really see it. Now if you see the scale over here, it will give you the scale 1 is to 100 or 1 is to 125. Here it is 1 is to 125. So that's what you will then come here, you will say scale of region, add a scale region, and say 1 is to 25, and then you're going to go like this, and now you can even do a bigger, like whatever, right? This is an example, so you can do it like this, and or you can even, hold on. So that's that section there. Then if you look at this is a zoomed version of it, and you can see the scale over here is 1 is to 50, but it has to be all in one drawing. So how can we do that? So what we can do is we can either see this is 1 is to 50, so everything, the measurement changes and everything changes. So what we have to do, I'm pretty sure I've then added another. I've copy pasted it, and made a separate PDF file where I ignore this section and I use this section, and I specifically put that document at 1 is to 50. Or maybe, let's see, let me try, because I never tried it, so I want to see what happens if I do that, right? So okay, so I know what happened here. So you can see I did that. Cannot move credit scaling, the credit scaling of existing item. So it's an existing job. That's why we have this. But let's say let's do it. But you understood. So you have one option where you have your scale as 1 is to 25, and then the other is 1 is to 50. Now, if I want to, now this whole drawing is 1 is to 25. If I click on 1 is to, if I click on add a scale region, and if I don't change this, it's not going to let me scan. That was a problem that was happening. But the minute I go and, sorry, bad habit. I go here, and if I change this, then all of a sudden I can change a section here. But it won't let me because it's an existing drawing. But let's say let's go back to our new one, and check over here and see if I can do that with this drawing. So, for example, if I go here, right, the section I'm not going to use, so I'm going to say add additional 1 is to 50. Let's say I put 1 is to 75. If I do this, so it will tell me that this area is scaled from 1 is to 75. So if I do any measurements in here, it will now change. So I'm gonna delete this. So these are two ways I've shown you. Now I'm gonna show you a third way where the scaling is shown differently. So I'm gonna go to one of my other jobs. This is a site services. So which means that they were doing this outside underground drainage pipe for this one of the streets, and you can see the scale in this area is completely different. It doesn't show you in here, but it's showing you that, hey, listen, when you do an scale, use this number to scale the horizontal, and use this number to scale the vertical. So which means that if I have to do this drawing, I have to do it in two ways. So first, what I'll do is I'll scale the horizontal, so I'll go like this. I'll zoom in as much as I can. Then I'll say set scale, and then I'll say custom, and I'll go like this, and then I'll click here, and it's telling me that this number that you're gonna come to is actually 10 meters. So, but here it says in feet. So I'll go here into Google. So we are doing takeoff. Let me remove this takeoffs. Hold on. You know what? Hold on. Let me let me remove those takeoffs for now. For example, I remove this, right? And now let's see if I can change it. Oh yeah. So let's just come back, zoom, 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 zoom. over here, scale, custom scale, 10 meters, 32 something feet, press zoom, and it gives me now that's my scale. Now, if I measure this, because this is 10 meter too, right? So this is 32 feet plus 10. This is 30 meter. 30 meter is 98.8 inches. If I write 98.8 would be 70, you know what, 8, 30 point something meters, right? So it's beautiful. This is how you scale the horizontal. Now, what does vertical mean? Vertical means that this one, now this is something called a profile drawing. This is something very advanced. You will never get to see it unless we are doing something called site services. This is all in the ground. So if I want to do this, I will then close this one, right? I will, sorry, here I cannot make a section. So what I'll do is I'll change the name of this in my folder, download this again with a different name, because if I try to do the same thing, it will tell me you can't copy it. So I'll download the same thing. I'll just go revise one, download it again, change the scale for that, and then when I do the scale for that, let's say it's a different one, right? It's the same drawing but with a different name. So I come here and I say change the scale, set the scale. So it'll say, so now the scale is it. For example, now this is perfect. Now for this information here to here, this is perfect. It says 190 feet. Um, this is what's going to be. You can see it's showing that 60 meters of feet. So if I put 199.2, 60 feet, right? So you see this is perfect. Now, but if I click over here, so in this specific drawing, for example, it's telling me this is 110 feet. You're telling me that I'm putting a pipe 110 feet down? No, it's only going to be maximum 20-25 feet down, right? So there's definitely something wrong. So if I go back here and let's say I do my layouts and everything for horizontal in one drawing, and now I go in here and if I say set scale, I'll say custom, but this time I'm measuring for vertical. So now I'm gonna do the same measurement and I'm gonna go and say here, but this time I'm gonna say it's 1 meter. So I'm gonna go back here and I'll say 3.2, take that information, press here, and now the measurement for here, and now that 60 meter that you saw earlier will change into 6 meter probably, right? So definitely now this information is wrong. So, but let me verify this information. Is this gonna be somewhere around 11 feet? Look at that. It's gonna be 11 feet. So that's how you scale some drawings. There are three ways, and I'll explain you all the three ways. Thank you.